Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another movie review. This movie is brought to me by Netflix. They literally just dropped it. This movie was written, produced, and directed by none other than Tyler Perry. Yes, he's in his bag with this one. So, it's called Straw, starring Taraji P. Henson, Sherry Shepherd, and Tiana Taylor, and a couple of others like Rockbar Dunbar, and a couple of others. A great elective cast, and let's just say this movie was incredible. But I'm just mad that like it didn't give like a backstory of what really happened and what really led her to go down the chain of unfortunate events that transpired. But let's just get into nonetheless. So Taraji plays Janiyah Wilkerson. Sherry Shepherd plays a bank manager named Nicole, and Tiana Taylor plays Detective Raymond. So it starts off in the beginning with Janiyah holding I think it's like a Gabby the Playhouse blanket, and she's walking out of some place. So then it backtracks to I think the day or week or something before. So she gets up at 6 o'clock. Mind you, it's hot as ever in her apartment, and she wakes up and she rolls over to wake her daughter Aria up, and she goes to pull off her headphones like, listen, it's time to get up for school. So she gets up to take her bath, and her daughter starts talking about her science project, and she was like, yeah, we're gonna do this. And then she was like, Mom, can you give me $40 because my teachers be saying that basically her teachers told her point blank period that they were picking her because she got to eat certain stuff, so she needs the $40 so she could feel included. And her mom was like, "Listen, I understand that, but you're also a picky eater, and you also you get sick a lot, so I got to be careful what you eat." But then she was like, I could bathe myself. She was like, "Yeah, you know what happened last time? You slipped and fell. So I got to be here to be on you so that you be okay." She was like, okay." So eventually now they getting ready to leave. She leaves out of her apartment building while she's coming down the stairs. The old homeless guy that's always out there asking her for change. She was like, she don't got it right now, but she's supposed to get paid today. Meanwhile, the rent lady's calling for her upstairs, telling her, listen, I need my rent today. And she was like, listen, it's okay. It's all right. I get paid today. I should be here on my lunch break to give it to you. She drops her daughter off at school. Next, this lady, she's like this. As she waves to her goodbye, you're gonna be late to her daughter. She lets out the drive-through line for the cars, and the parents, and the ladies wave back like, okay, that was odd. But anyway, she closes the door and goes about her day. She gets to work. She ends up being late. Her manager is an a-hole, and he's like not giving her no compensation or showing no compassion about her what she's going through. So he was like, "You need to hurry up and get to work. It's a big crowd." And it's like, "Well, dang, I just died. Can I get a break? Can I breathe some?" And he was like, "Listen, you need to hurry up now, now, now." So she had to put more pep on her step, and she gets on the floor. And then next, she starts ringing up customers. One of the guys, this lady, her son and her man, they was bringing up stuff, and she was trying to get all this stuff on the WIC card. You're going to get certain stuff on the WIC card, so they ain't like that. That what she said. So the guy grabbed his beer and ended up throwing that on the floor, and everybody was just like, "What the heck?" Then the manager comes back out and said, "Listen, clean this mess up." She's like, "Listen, I'm just trying to do my job. Just clean this mess up." So she goes back to the back. She gets to the back. Her friend that works there tries to give her some money because she know they're all struggling, but she got a little bit. She's gonna try to help her. She was like, "I can't take this. I can't take this." So she gives her money back and stuff like that. So now she got the mop and stuff. She about to go back out to the front. She gets a call. Supposedly it's her daughter's school telling her that they about to take her and all that stuff. So she was like, listen, I can't do this right now. The manager comes back there was like, listen. She was like, I can't, I got to go to my daughter's school. I can't do this. She's like, look, if you're not here, I'm gonna fire you. She's like, listen, I'm giving you 30 minutes. She don't care what she got going on and stuff like that. And she was like, he was like, I need to get my check, and he was like, I'm not giving you nothing. You need to be back here in 30 minutes. So she was like, you either do that or you're fired. So she hurried up and leaves, goes to her daughter's school. Some lady was like, I'm sorry, I had to do this. So she gets there, and supposedly, Aria is getting taken by some child protective service people. She said, listen, and she basically explained to them her situation, how she's sick, she has seizures a lot and stuff like that. And the lady was like, I'm sorry, the staff that works there. And then next, they took her child, so she ended up getting in her car to go back to work. While she's on her way to go back to work, mind you, it's raining too. This officer basically runs her off the road, and she gets out of her car because she done swerved out into the lane, and she goes to check to see if her car was okay. By this time, another police officer comes like, yeah, thank God for helping me. Some guy just ran me off the road. Next, the guy who ran off the road was a freaking angry cop, and he's like, listen, next time I'm gonna find a way to illegally murder you and stuff like that, and get you. I do not want to see you again. Meanwhile, the other cop had to tell her, like, listen, get back to your car, like, go somewhere else. Like, there's another stuff going on. So, meanwhile, this time Janiyah's scared in her car, and other lady cop was like, "Listen, can I have your license and registration?" She finally gets out of the car once that man leaves, because she was just like, "We did not see what's going on." She was like, "Yeah, I know he could be a little worse, but I'm trying to be patient with you." When they find out her tags and stuff are expired, so they had to impound her car. Mind you, it's pouring down, raining at this point, so she ended up having to walk back to work. Mind you, so right, by the time she gets there, it's already 2 hours late. So just in that instance, her boss decided to fire her, but he still wanted her to work her shift. So by this time, when she does get back to work, she tried to go work on her shift, and he was like, "Nah, come with me to the back. It's cool." So he ends up firing her. So she gets all her stuff out her locker. So she ends up going into his office while he's on the phone. No, yeah, he fires her. She leaves, but then she also comes back into his office and listen, I need my check. He was like, listen, it's already in the mail. By this time, two people come into the back trying to rob them. They read her name tag saying Janiyah, yeah, this and this. Next, they hit her with the butt of the gun and then demanded the boss to give him all the money. He gets all the money out of his drawer, and then he also goes and safe to get the money. By this time, um, Janiyah and the robber, they're going back and forth, tussling with the gun. Ends up going off, and he gets shot dead. And then the boss is just like, "Oh my God, no, you're going to jail for this. You set this up. He read your name tag," and she's on a phone call. He's on a phone calling the police, and then it's by this time, their police officer already en route to her where she's at. So she ended up shooting him out of like panic because she was shocked. She didn't know what that was going on, so she ended up taking some of the money. No, she ended up taking her check, and she goes across the street to the bank, a benevolent bank. And by this time, the bank is about to close. It's already 4 o'clock, and the security guy was like, "No, it's already closed. We're sorry, it's too late." But Nicole, the break manager, noticed she's always in there. He was like, "It's alright, cool, let it go through." Meanwhile, there's already a line of people in there waiting to cash their check. She goes in, and she was just like, "Yeah, this girl over here would take you." So Tessa takes ended up taking her, and she don't have her ID because I guess that's probably in her car. And she still had the gun, and she had um yes, I missed the part. While she got fired, she ended up having to go home because she just wanted to make sure everything was cool. So by this time she gets there, all her stuff is outside on the front lawn, pouring down rain, and she ended up picking up her daughter's medicine, her daughter's science project, and a couple other stuff and putting in his book bag. So by this time she's at the bank. She ended up having the gun still in her hand, and she basically lets her know that I need to cash my check. And the lady was like, "Where's your ID?" She said, "I don't have it." She was like, "But I come here all the time. Just help me." So then she pulled the gun. She was like, "Listen, just cash my check." So they end up taking out all the money for the stuff. And then her next teller, next to her, and they're pressing the trigger button for the alarm to come, for the police to be alerted that there's a robbery in progress. And then Nicole, she's in her office and she sees out the window like there's something blinking in her back. She automatically assumed it was a bomb. So that just started off a warfare, everything that was about to go on. There was a couple of people that was in there like trying to get their money, cash, and everything, so they could pay their bills and stuff like that. That didn't happen. One guy tried to run bum rush her while they was on the line, and ended up making the gun go off, so they heard a shot. By this time, the cops done pulled up, detectives done pulled up, because they already accessed the scene at the super center where she works, and it was just like, this don't make no sense. The guy detective was just like, nah, this is something that she never does. But the girl detective was just like something inclined in her that this is not the norm. So it's just like it didn't make sense. So she's trying to get to the bottom of it. So long story short, she was held up into the bank for like 12 hours. Different people was coming in and out. She let this old couple leave out the store, out the place, and it's just like it don't seem right. That why would she do this? Meanwhile, the other bank teller, she has her phone on live, so they recording it. She basically telling her story to the detective while everybody's sitting down gathering their thoughts because at this time they're scared. They think she got a bomb and she has a gun. So he basically telling her whole life story to the detective Raymond, and everybody's watching this live, and they all sympathizing like, yeah, you don't know what's going on. So after a 12-hour, not even a hostage, but just a get together kind of. They finally found the officer that ran her off the road. Um, FBI finally came and got involved. They didn't want that to happen, but that's what happened. And at the end, when she was about to let go, she received a phone call from her mom because she was basically like going through it. Her mom ended up telling her like, "Listen, the cops was at my door. What are you doing?" She's like, "I did not do this. I did not mean for all this to happen." Come to find out, her mom told her that her daughter had died last night. And then Nicole, she was like, "Yes, I know. I was told that this morning." So I guess when she woke up that morning, I guess she was trying to go on with her life as best as possible. But you never know when somebody's last straw is going to be, like when it's going to be their breaking point to what's going to transpire to things that lead to a lot worse than what they could have been. Because, like they said, you may be going through stuff, but there's always somebody going through it way worse than you. And it's a sad situation to be in because, trust me, people go through it every day. Single parents go through it every day. And it's like, you get up and it's like you're never satisfied. And it's always, what can I do better? What can I do this? And there's got so much stuff on your mind that one little bad instance can set it off and you in a situation you can't get out of. So at the end of the day, FBI did come in and they made it worse than what it was. They ended up doing bombs, like smoke, tear gas, into the place so they can get in and get her safe. Next year they have all these lasers on her. In her mind, she's thinking that she got shot, and it was like no in from that. And at the end of the day, Nicole walked out with her hands up, and Detective Raymond put her in handcuffs and put her in the back of the car. And yeah, that was this movie in a nutshell. It was sad to see that she went through so much stuff and she didn't have the support that she needed from her family because I guess they thought she was not right or sane, but it shows that people go through a lot. And what she was going through that day just wasn't her day because it was like after one event after another, it was just like going downhill. Bad thing, bad thing, bad thing. So in this instance, it shows that she thought she was still like, I think she was literally still grieving the loss of her daughter. But the fact that she was still trying to get up and make things go on as normal as possible was triggering for her. That the fact that it ended the way it did, like, that is so crazy. Like, I couldn't even imagine. Yeah, that was a lot. Definitely eye opening. And I will say this: Tiana, she acted her behind off in this movie as a detective. Sherry Shepard the same, and Taraji awesome performance. Like if this don't win a Golden Globe Academy Award, to Tyler, you did your thing. Keep it up, man. This was amazing. Definitely recommend it. And if you have not seen it, it's on Netflix. It just dropped it. Called Straw. Yes, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth it. So, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this recap and y'all check out the movie because it's definitely worth checking out. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.